warehouse environment has changed dramatically over the last few years. If you look at society as a whole within this digital society that we're currently living in, then more and more of our shopping is going down the online route. And what that means is, despite contrary belief of click and collect, there's an awful lot of warehouse processing that goes into getting the product to the right place in the right warehouse before being dispatched out to the customers. So that one of the biggest challenges facing any warehouse control situation is making sure that you've got the right inventory. So that means that you've got the right stock in the right place at the right time. So the next problem that a warehouse actually has is in terms of its layout, to make sure that the layout is efficient in terms of the way in which it can control the movement of its stock. There's absolutely no point in having fast-moving stock situated at the rear of the warehouse. But at the same time, there may well be a situation where they need ease of access to replenish that fast-moving stock more quickly than obviously some other stock elsewhere in the warehouse. So it's important that they know what stock they have in that warehouse and where that is. That then leads on to other problems in terms of the warehouse size can be quite large, and therefore communications is important. So with today's modern technology, there's various applications such as 365, such as Link, that have priority applications that need to be able to communicate wherever they are. Colleagues, be that the forklift truck driver, communicating with other colleagues within the organisation from wherever he is within that location. So that means that the coverage within a location to take advantage of the latest technology has to be reliable and have a complete coverage across the warehouse. This, coupled with the flexibility of layouts that may change almost from a day-to-day basis to cater for the additional stock movements and the logistics associated with those stock movements, means that it's important that we get a complete coverage of the warehouse area and that there is mobility across that coverage area to make sure that there are no black spots or dark spots within the warehouse where the connectivity can't be achieved. The importance of having a mobile worker to be able to communicate and also connect transparently with his technology or other mobile workers is vital to create that return on investment efficiency that PW Data talk about trying to create in their solutions. So those are the major issues that face the warehouse today. And those then have to be linked back to one of the most important things, which is how do they actually manage those logistics? What EDP process are they using to actually make sure that the stock is in the right place at the right time, labelled to go to the right customer, and that at any time in the movement of that process, be that by the forklift truck driver or any operative involved in the process, there is no drop in that communication signal that means that all of a sudden we have a problem in terms of the processing of that particular order or piece of stock. The accuracy of the information is paramount. It's important that the operative knows exactly what piece of information he is actually taking instructions from. So that's a two-way communication process. It's also important that the actual technology or application behind the processing of that particular order or pick is maintained, and the integrity of that is maintained all the time. So the signal can't afford in the warehouse to drop out and lose connectivity at any point. So it is important that you have a complete integrity of connectivity and also the coverage throughout at any one time. Bear in mind that mobile workers nowadays expect to get the same quality of service when they're on the move as if they're static. And also, warehouse operations tend not to lend themselves to a fixed wired terminal. They actually need technologies such as barcode readers where they can actually move around the warehouse. And again, the integrity of the signal connecting back to that mobile worker and his device, which could be a barcode reader, making sure that the packet of information that contains the pick that he may have just made is maintained throughout its process throughout the warehouse is absolutely vital.